listening to Radio Salam, the voice of connection, culture, and community. Broadcasting from Winnipeg, Canada. Radio Salam brings together stories, voices, and experiences from the Arab world and beyond. Our mission is simple: inspire, uplift, and empower. From heartfelt conversations to cultural insights, community dialogue, youth perspectives. This is your space to listen, to speak, and to belong. Radio Salam, where every voice matters and every story deserves to be heard.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Hi everybody. I am glad to welcome our professor teacher Abdurrahman, my friend. He will be the number 16 to participate with us in this great Projects of Peace collective book that I choose the title Humanity Unites Us. إن شاء الله تعالى استضيف صديقي وأخي العزيز الأستاذ السي عبد الرحمن وهو from Lebanon. هو يعني brother عبد الرحمن is from Lebanon but he grew up in Canada and he's my colleague in the same school where I teach. You are very welcome, brother Abdul Rahman, and I am glad that you accept my invitation to participate with us. You are very welcome. First, introduce yourself to the audience, then we start our conversation. You are welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for hosting me here today, Abdul Salam. A very dear colleague of mine. Our rooms are right next to each other, so we see each other all the time. We discuss a lot of different issues, a lot about school, since we both are school teachers. But to introduce myself, my name is Abdurrahman Dibian. I was born and raised here in Canada, specifically in Windsor, Ontario. But I did move to Lebanon when I was 7 years old until I was 17. So I did live in Lebanon for 10 years. So I have a little bit, and then I moved back to Canada and then to Ontario and then back and now to Manitoba. So I've been a little bit around. So I've met a lot of different people. So our topic today is about humanity. So inshallah, I'll have some things to share about that. I graduated and became a teacher. I've been here in Manitoba. I've been a teacher for 13 years, here in Manitoba for 8 years, and a vice principal for the last 6 years at the school that we work at. We could go ahead and get started with the questions.
Yes, you are very welcome, Brother Abdurrahman. And the first question, it will be, how do you define humanity, Teacher Abdurrahman?
Yes, so humanity, actually, when you came up and talked to me about the topic, I think it's a very easy definition. It's not very hard. It's not complicated. It means to be human. Being human is who we are as people. It's the mutual respect that we have with each other as human beings, respecting one another, respecting each other's beliefs, the race, the religion. I believe that everybody on this earth has good qualities. We also have bad qualities, but we should let the good qualities be above those bad qualities. The basic good qualities that we should have is just being kind to one another, showing compassion to one another, smiling at each other. That's the easiest thing that I think a human being can do, just smile to one another, no matter who we are, no matter if I know you or don't know you. Just a simple smile will start a conversation. It could start just that friendliness of that first interaction when you have with one another. Showing that you care about others is a great quality for every human being. I mean, when someone and some people are going through tough times, we should do our best to support those people. because we never know. One day we might be having bad times, and we might need the support of others towards us.
And Teacher Abdurrahman, to support them regards their language, their culture, their religion, as a human being.
It doesn't matter. We live like in a diverse country here in Canada. Our neighbors are not our neighbors are not like us, right? They're not. Everybody's not the same people. You got brown people, black people, white people. It's a mixture of everything. So if your neighbor needs a hand, you should be there to help. If you need a hand, your neighbor will be there to help if you initiated that. So it starts with us. It starts with us being human ourselves. We need to be convinced that we are human beings, and when we do that, we will make sure that the people around us are actually following us and being who we are. So we should be there to support each other. If we couldn't be there to help each other physically with things that need to be done emotionally. The Prophet Muhammad said, it's a hadith not about humanity, but I'm kind of going to relate them together. من رأى منكم منكرا فليغيره بيده فإن لم يستطع فبلسانه فإن لم يستطع فبقلبه وذلك أضعف الإيمان. So this hadith here talks about a little bit about evilness and how to avoid that. But in this case, humanity, if we help one another, I think if we couldn't help one another physically with somebody needing help with picking something up or helping them with something, at least emotionally. And if we couldn't help them emotionally, at least make them a little dua for them to, to overcome what they're going or what they need help with, and showing compassion in that sake. So to me, the definition of humanity is all that tied together. But just to remember, it starts with us. We need to believe that we are human. We can't expect everybody around us to be respectful to us or to respectful to everybody else. It starts with us. And again, with that little simple smile, when you first interact with one another, that starts a whole different ball game in terms of being human to one another and being respectful to one another.
Great, Teacher Abdurrahman. And what are the common human values that can bring people together and help them live in peace and safety?
Respect. I think respect is the first value that we should have as humans. Treating each other the way that we want it to be treated. There's another thing that says, "Kama tudin tudan." The way you treat the others, you will get treated. You treat others well, you'll get treated well. You treat others, you don't treat them well, you won't get treated well from others. So we need to start with respecting ourselves first, again, and then respecting others. Another value is being kind. Yes. Caring for others, showing compassion. We will be in a situation one day where we need support and help, as I've mentioned, and showing that kindness to the others or initiating that helping hand to others that need it around us will come back to us, inshallah. Another value is being honest. I think it's a very tough one. It's hard. It's hard to be honest. It's hard to tell the truth at all times, but we should do our best to be honest with ourselves. Again, I always refer to going back to ourselves first. We gotta know who we are as humans first, and then to expect the same from others. So being honest with ourselves is one that we need work. We need to work on it. We need to, no matter what the situation is, no matter how tough it could be, telling the truth is always the best way. And then again, another hadith, خير الخطائين التوابين. The ones that do bad, the ones that do that make mistakes and repent to Allah and ask for forgiveness, those are the ones that will find good in their life, because we accepted the mistakes that we've made. And then we learn. It's not just making a mistake and then doing that mistake and again and then again and then again. No, we make mistakes, we learn from that mistakes, and we move on from that mistake. Being fair with one another, being an educator, being a teacher. We always have children, we all have kids that come and say this is not fair, depending on the situation that you're dealing with. But then again, I always say different circumstances, people that we're dealing with, we gotta treat every situation in a unique way, that we believe that is fair for everybody. And no matter who you're dealing with, like, for example, myself as a parent, as a teacher, my kids go to the same school that I teach at. I can't treat my children better than the other children. At the end of the day, they're all my children. So being fair to one another, and everybody seeing that you are doing that, is a good value of being human and for humanity. Another one, living in this country and living a little bit in Lebanon and in other provinces, is the cooperation, is to work with one another, solving things through dialogue. We see a lot of wars happening in the world nowadays, and the first thing that we see is they just jump into violence. You rarely hear that negotiations happen before wars happen, or dialogues happen, or working with one another to resolve issues before things get out of hand. Talking to each other is the best way to resolve problems and to resolve violence. And being tolerant. So tolerance is another value that humans should have, and it's a part of humanity, is accepting each other's differences, whether it's a cultural difference, religious opinions. These are all things that we should work on, and I think being in this diverse country here in Canada, it's a blessing for us. We learn from one another. We learn from our neighbors. We learn from our colleagues. We learn from people that we see out on the streets. And the best way to show who we are as humans is our characters. It doesn't matter. My religion doesn't matter. My skin color doesn't matter.
And Teacher Abdurrahman, this diversity, we can take it as a bridge to complete each other, to not divide us, to make us to cooperate, to be together. Exactly. You see what do you mean?
Yes, like Allah created us, God created us all equally. He did not create anybody better than anybody. He did not say this race is better than this race, or this religion is better than this religion. We were all created equally. We were all created as humans. We all cry the same way. We all bleed the same color. The differences are just in the cultures and religion and the languages. But at the end of the day, we're all human, and we should all work with one another, and accepting each other, because at the end of the day, as I said, we are all equal. Nobody's better than the other. No male is better than any female. No female is better than a male. No white person is better than a brown or black person, and vice versa. We need to accept that. We need to accept that I am who I am, and I am going to do my best with my community, with my environment, with where I live, and then hope that everybody else has that same mentality in that regards. And then since I brought a little bit about religion, we need to all know that, the religions are all the same. There are slight differences in the religions, but if you look deep into the religions, they're all the same. And the number one thing is being human, being
we cannot be brothers and sisters in the same religion, we can be brothers and sisters in humanity.
Exactly.
And when we study the religion, we find all religion, they have the same message, to worship one God and to share peace and to not harm each other. But in general, if we cannot in the same page for the same religion, we can be as brothers and sisters in humanity, and we will respect differences. And this is what we are living here in this same country. There are different, but we can have conversation, dialogue to explain your point of view, no problem. But at the end, we are brothers and sisters in humanity. This is why I choose this humanity. This is why I choose this title for this collective book. Brother Abdurrahman, you mentioned something earlier very important. As a teacher, how do you treat your student as a human being? I know they are your students. You have the priority to discipline them, to teach them, but how do you treat them as human being first?
You know, the way I look at it, and I always tell my students this, is that, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, not part of me being a teacher or an educator, is kama tudin tudan. The way you'd like to get treated, you treat others. So that's how I put it. So I treat the kids as if I'd like to get treated. If I wanted to get treated in a good way, with respectful way, you know, I come with dignity, leave with dignity, without anybody harassing me or issues or none of that stuff. I would expect that every single child around me is expecting that from an educator. They're with us more than they are with their parents at home. So we are in the place of their guardians. We are in the place of their mothers and fathers. And you know, they're an amana to us. We have to hold that and make sure that we take care of these children as if they're ours. You know, we deal with different behaviors at the school, but at the end of the day, everybody's unique, everybody's special, everybody's created in a beautiful, perfect way that, you know, and they have qualities that other people don't have, and they're all special and they're all unique. And, you know, and that's how I look at it, that, you know, they're all my children at the end of the day. And I tell the children this as well, if I ever get upset with you, it's for your own benefit. It's for your best. If I show that I don't care, you come to school without doing your homework, or you're causing problems or whatever you're doing, and I just let it go, and I don't interfere, or I don't intervene, and I don't get in there and get in your ear and help you with getting through those issues that you're going through, that means I don't care as a teacher. But when you see me in there, in your ear, talking to you, I care for you. I want what's best for you. When you grow up, you're going to realize, okay, that's all true. Right now, I might sound like, okay, this guy's too much on me. He's putting too much pressure, asking too many questions. But no, at the end of the day, it's for their own benefit. And I always remind my students, when you grow up, when you become a parent, a professional, you're going to be the same way with the youth, with the younger children. You're going to show that you care, and you're going to treat them the same way that your parents treated you or your teachers treated you, because you know that's the right way, and that's how we move on.
Thank you. We make a short break, then we continue. Stay with us. Welcome again. I am interviewing teacher Abdurrahman about the collective book Humanity Unites Us, number 16, and still I need only 4 people to continue 20%, then inshallah we will print this book. Teacher Abdurrahman, from your own life experience,
yes,
could you share a meaningful moment or story of humanity that you have lived or witnessed? And always I like to say to all the people that I interviewed, I share this story because I like it. And also, like I say, thank you to my neighbor and his dad, like 3 years now, each winter, 6 months, they remove and they shovel the snow in the front of yard of my house. And like maybe between 10 and 15 meters. They do it. Even at 7 o'clock in the morning, I prepare myself to go to school. I found them. I told them, please, I can do it when I return back at this one. No, we will do it for you. Till now. And they know I am not, we don't have the same religion. They know I am a Muslim, but subhanAllah, may Allah Ta'ala bless them. Always I pray for them. This is what I mean. If you have any experience like that, would you like to share it with us? Thank you.
Yeah, I have a very similar story to yours, and maybe a little bit and a little other ones. But the one that's very dear to my heart is when I lived in Ontario. I have an elder neighbor that lived next door. He was an Italian older gentleman in his 70s at the time. So now he's probably closer to his 80s or in his 80s. I'd go to work, come home, and find that he's always mowed my lawn. I did not have to buy a lawnmower for the 6 or 7 years that he was my neighbor there. And when winter time came, he was older. He wasn't always able. It was hard for him to walk out of his house. So I would in return remove his snow. I would go there with my shovel and remove the snow myself. And right now that I live in the community that I live in as well, I have my little snow tools, my ATVs, my little shovels, my little machines that I enjoy being outdoors. So I don't mind doing some of the neighbors here around as well. And then, they see that, they appreciate that. And I don't look at anybody that, I don't care what religion they are or what color they are or who or from what background they come from. We're all humans, and a helping hand comes a long way. And then in return, you always, in the summertime, I always randomly come home here as well with my grass getting come home. My grass is cut as well, and I got a big lawn here, and I still find it done sometimes. But the one that it's not about helping or anything like that, but something that unites people is, you might find it funny, or people that are watching might find it funny, but I think it's food. Honestly, it's food.
So I will come to you. I will come to you.
We come from a background where, being Lebanese, our family loves to cook a lot. So, I always love to share that food with neighbors, and in return, they would share their own traditional food. So sharing the traditional, different, cultural food, is nice. It's nice. It unites us. It gets us together. It gets us to talk about something that's not.
And brother and teacher Abdurrahman, there is a verse in the Quran, subhanallah, that describe what you are saying now. Allah Ta'ala says, وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا. We made you as a nation in order to know each other, and from knowing each other to share the food, as you said, and how you cook, to call them a Ramadan example or in Eid al-Adha, whatever, just tea, coffee, whatever. Continue, please. Just I want to bring up this verse because
that's a beautiful verse. That is a beautiful verse. And being and living in this country, we're living that verse that you just mentioned. We're meeting people from all over the place. We're meeting people that come from South, everywhere. Right. Yeah. So those are some examples. It was very similar to your example. It's funny that you mentioned it. That's what makes us human. Giving a helping hand, even when you're not expecting it. That's like, how nice is it when you come back from home, come back from work tired and find that your lawn is cut, or you come back from work and you find that somebody shoveled your lot and you could drive in nicely without having to worry about parking your car, getting out, going inside, changing, going out. Because we have rough winters here in Manitoba.
Right.
So yeah, those are the couple little stories that I'd like to share. Yeah.
Very nice. Teacher Abdurrahman, why are you interested in being involved in this project of collective book, Humanity Unites Us?
I mentioned the values about of humanity, and sharing my thoughts, and having a background of being a teacher. So I'm kind of all over the place. You deal with kids with different backgrounds, right? That come from different families, different cultures, religions, races. So being able to come and talk about being inclusive, talking about being a human is something that, I want people to hear. I want people to hear what my stance is on it. And I hope, that everybody has the same feeling. And I'm not the type of person that just, is talking just because, or mentioning all these values, but I actually believe in these values. And if I did not believe in these values, I wouldn't be an educator. I wouldn't be a teacher, because you are going to see different children that come from different backgrounds, and you need to be there and support each and every one of those children in a human way, because everybody deserves to be treated with respect, and practicing these values that I mentioned earlier, helps us here, especially here in Canada, helps us bring up stronger communities. It helps our children. It helps us feel safe with our surrounding. It helps us feel respected, and most definitely supported from our communities and the people that we live around.
Thank you. And also, brother Abdurrahman, when we hear the media or many people, they speak only what is different. Rarely
Yes.
when people speak what is common between us.
Yes.
And this is why I want you to be your final message from you about these points. How can we show what is common between us? And we have many things, as you said, that we can share it, because what is difference? There are a lot they are speaking about that, and some people even they use it to share hits. It's community to hit another community, etc. So now we want to focus what is common between us. I want you to do your final message for this point.
Before my final message, I actually wrote something, so I'm going to read that out to you. But before I get to that, social media is a strong, powerful tool. And we should, as educators, we should treat the youth, we should treat the young how to use it properly, because spreading hate, just like what you said, is very easy to do. And sitting behind a keyboard is very easy to do. Launching attacks on other people, not respecting each other's opinions, it's very something easy, and it's common that sadly we see it nowadays.
Right.
It's better to stay quiet than to say anything. It's better to stay quiet than to say anything, unless you have something good to say. If you don't, it's better to stay quiet. So, social media is a powerful tool that we should work very hard on, for it to be used in a proper way, in a way that's very effective for our youth, for ourselves. And it's all built around respect.
Okay, Brother Abdurrahman maybe has problem in internet. Make inshallah ta'ala or break, then we continue. Stay with that.
You're listening to Radio Salam, the voice of connection, culture, and community. Broadcasting from Winnipeg, Canada, Radio Salam brings together stories, voices, and experiences from the Arab world and beyond. Our mission is simple: to inspire, uplift, and empower. From heartfelt conversations to cultural insights, community dialogue to youth perspectives, this is your space to listen, to speak, and to belong. Radio Salam, where every voice matters and every story deserves to be heard.
Welcome again. We wait teacher Abdurrahman to return back. Maybe he has problem in internet. I hope he return final message to hear the final message from him. So I am interviewing teacher Abdurrahman is number 16. I am looking for 20% to write a collective book that I choose the title Humanity United Us, because I did already an experience in my city, Sidi Yahya Al Gharb in Morocco, and we did a book. There are 27 persons here, my friends, and from that city, and we wrote this book about our city, Sidi Yahya, the city that we dream about, and we give this book now to the government there, and we told them this is the city that we dream about. From this, it comes this idea to make an experience here. But here I can't tell them we need park or hospital or schools. They have everything in Canada. This is why I choose Humanity Unites Us, that we will benefit as adults and the generation after us, because I want this noble mission, this noble message to be spread in the future for the new generation after us, to look what is common between them, rather to look at the differences. And now I have number 16 of the teacher Abdurrahman. It rests only for people. I have already 2. And inshallah, I will finish this 20%. I will print this book. And this book, we will not benefit anything from that. It will be just printed to share it free in mosques, church, schools, different places, to share this message of peace. Brother Abdurrahman, teacher Abdurrahman, last message from you. Sorry, again, he has the same problem. So I wait until he comes. So when I did this experience, is about development of my city, and to 27% there are the names I mentioned this, and all of them, we spent 8 months conversation and dialogue here through the platform of Radio Salam, and we finish up by writing this book. Is new experience and great experience that we did in Morocco. I think is the first experience in Morocco, and now I am doing another experience, similar experience here, inshallah ta'ala, for this great book, Humanity Unites Us. So I hope, inshallah ta'ala, our government to celebrate this beautiful experience. That's it's not only myself who do it. May I just open Radio Salam for them to participate, but there are 27 persons here. All of them, most of them are doctors and professors in universities. They participate in this great collective book about my city in Morocco, Sidi Yahya Al Gharb, and now I am making same experience about my city here, Winnipeg, in Canada. Okay, welcome, Brother Abdurrahman. What happened to the internet?
The power in my area just is completely off right now. I have no electricity at all.
No problem. We're almost finished. Final message from you, if you don't want to add other thing, and the final message.
Yes. Okay. So it's something that I actually wrote down here. So I'm going to read it out to you.
Yes, you are welcome.
So we are in the 21st century, and there's still hunger around the world. We are in the 21st century, and there are still homeless children and no roof on top of their heads. Yes. We are in the 21st century, and there are still wars. We are in the 21st century, and I say no to poverty, no to oppression, no to violence, and I say no to racism. We are in the 21st century, and we shouldn't ask what your religion is or where do you come from. We are in the 21st century, and all I want, or all that I should know, is that no matter who you are my brother. You are my brother in humanity. Thank you very much.
MashaAllah. Thank you, Brother Abdurrahman. So, as we see, the main goal of this collective book is to share peace, to accept differences, to respect each other, to stand up with each other for human rights. About religion, we have the same religion because God, Allah Ta'ala, He can't send different prophets, but they have the same message. Same message to worship one God and to love one God and to respect all prophets and messengers and to share peace in this land and justice. Thank you, Brother Abdurrahman, Teacher Abdurrahman.
Not a problem. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. This is a very beautiful initiative from you, and I hope that you get more than 20 people that you're looking for to interview, because this is a very beautiful thing that you're trying to do, to unite everybody, to have everybody respect one another. So I very appreciate you for your initiative. Mashallah, you're a very outgoing spoken person that's very knowledgeable when it comes to dealing with not just children, with humans, with families. And this topic is very dear to me. And I appreciate you. And thank you very much. And I hope it becomes a success. And I hope everybody around the world sees this book that you're trying to accomplish and reads it and feels for it. And we'll do our best here to help you achieve those goals that you have set.
Thank you, Teacher Abdurrahman. And now it rests only to write like from 3 pages and up about this conversation.
Of course.
Ta'ala. Allah. Thank you to all of you. And if anybody is interested, just contact me, inshallah ta'ala, through messenger or send to me. Inshallah ta'ala, you are very welcome to participate in the great project of peace. Thank you, Teacher Abdurrahman. I appreciate your participation. Thank you. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You're listening to Radio Salam, the voice of connection, culture, and community. Broadcasting from Winnipeg, Canada. Radio Salam brings together stories, voices, and experiences from the Arab world and beyond. Our mission is simple: inspire, empower, from heartfelt conversations to cultural insights, community dialogue, youth perspectives. This is your space to listen, to speak, and to belong. Radio Salam, where every voice matters and every story deserves to be heard.